Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and to Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. In Babylon the Great, which is so-called America, when a man is caught stealing a man, it's a very serious offense. Okay, this place convicts, a man that kills a man, not Salakia, a man that steals a man. This place convicts that man, and they take that charge very serious. Okay, which is very much so a contradiction. Okay, for what they have done, they have stolen a man, and they have not paid the price. They're still fugitives, okay, according to these scriptures. They're fugitive to our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. In Babylon the Great, so-called America, they call that charge and that offense human trafficking, okay? And that's a very serious offense. That offense carries a sentence of life in prison, okay? And the way the order is set up through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, according to scripture, is when a man steals a man, he shall surely be put to death. Okay, and furthermore, he shall go into captivity. Okay, and I'm gonna get that in Revelation. Okay, so when a man steals a man, he's going into captivity, and that's a guarantee. A lot of Christians can't deal with that, man. They feel like salvation is for everybody. You can steal a man. The Most High just gonna forgive you. Okay, you can cause all kind of destruction, and you pray to the white Jesus, and he's gonna save you because he loves everybody. Okay, but our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's not dealing with the heathen, man. We read this over and over, and all you got to do is read 2nd Esdras chapter 3 and see, man, he's dealing with Israel, man. But it says right here in Revelation chapter 13 and 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay, so if you take somebody from their land and you bring them to your land, you're going into captivity, man. It's plain upon tables, okay? And how did we get here? We were kidnapped, man. By Esau, and sold, okay, by the Hamites, okay? So both of these nations are going into captivity, okay? The Hamites and the Edomites. And out of 18 nations, okay, 17 of those nations are our enemy, man. Israel don't have an ally nation. Okay, we are our own people, man. We don't have anybody that's defending us. No man is gonna save us. Okay, so every one of these nations are going into captivity. The judgment is gonna be, crucial, man. They're gonna burn, man. That's a guarantee. You can pray to Jesus all you want. You can go to church. You can take these scriptures out of context. You can add on your own scripture like they do when they say it's going to be a rapture. When they say that that the Christians are the saints, but the Bible tells us who the saints are. Okay, the Bible tells us who the children of Israel are. Okay, and it's damn sure not the ones that's over there now. Okay, because when you read these prophecies, and it tells you that we will dwell in our land safely. Okay, and when you see what's going on over there, nothing but folly, man. Nothing but parades of, rainbow. Then you have destruction, war, and that's not in the prophecy, man. It doesn't say that we're going to be going through all of that when we go back to our land. Okay. One thing that's clear is our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, has not forsaken us, man. Okay. He's dealing with us. He's rebuked us. Okay. And that's how we know he's dealing with us, because he's rebuked us and he's punished us for our iniquities. Okay. But at the end of the day, he hasn't forsaken us. He hasn't said, to hell with us. He's going to come back, man, because all of these different nations are going to be assembled and they're going to gather together and they're going to go to war with the saints. Okay. Because they have a perpetual hatred for us, man. They're going to be slaying us in the streets, man. These nations are wicked, man. And now that the son of perdition has been revealed, and now that the world is going to see, they're going to be showing their horns, man. They're going to come. They're going to come and make war with the woman, man. Okay, so we have to understand that in order for this thing to come to pass, it's going to be a situation where people are they're gonna sit there and be in denial, man. And even when this takes place, man, they're not gonna have understanding, man. They're gonna be mad, man. They're gonna be, when they see our salvation, Salaki, when they see our salvation, when they see us being exalted, man, they're gonna be jealous. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be screaming, man. When they see us being beamed up, they're gonna be a witness to see that, man. And and like the scripture tells us, man, when they say that they don't have nothing to do with it, that it's old, they're gonna have the right understanding that for them being the children of the oppressor, they're gonna pay, okay? Because through regeneration, these are the same people. So, these nations are gonna be destroyed, man. The Most High is gonna gather them together, and they're going to make war with the saints. And when they make war with the saints, we're going to be delivered. Most High are willing, man. We just hopeful. We just the hopeful elect. But Most High willing, through our diligence and through our faith, we make our election sure. So at the end of the day, this heathen, man, is. It's gonna be no more of them in rulership, because when the wicked are in rulership, the land mourns, man. The people mourn, the plants mourn, the beasts mourn, because it's nothing but wickedness. Okay, but when the righteous are in authority, okay, everybody is in peace. Okay, even the heathen that are gonna be in the kingdom, man, that's gonna be laboring in slavery for 1,000 years, man, they gonna be at more peace than they are here, man, because it won't be wickedness. Okay, it won't be hunger and thirst, man. But we're gonna repay her double, man, and that's part of the conviction. So the conviction of the Most High is contrary to the conviction of Babylon. Okay, because you do slavery, man. You're gonna be in slavery for 1,000 years, man, and you get repaid double. So the Most High makes you pay twice, man. And all these nations have had their hand at our people, man. In the past years, man, they've enslaved us, they've oppressed us, and they made us feel bad, man. They kicked us, man. They had us at a low state, and like the scripture tells us, man, our enemies is the Most High's enemies. And let me get that. We have to understand, that, it's going to happen, man. This is going to happen. This is going to take place, man. Okay. It says in Exodus chapter 23 and verse 22, but if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thy adversaries. Okay, so now that our people, have this truth, and have this knowledge, and are coming back, like the scripture says we would, and obeying the Most High's commandments, He's going to come back for us, for His flock. His sheep hear His voice, and then those that obey will be saved. Okay, so and that would be 1/3 of the children of Israel that obey the word, and as well as 144,000, which are the elect. Okay, so at the end of the day, these heathen nations, man, they didn't treat us right in their captivity. They destroyed us, man. They put a yokes of iron on our necks. They raped our men and our women and our children. They separated our families, and they have to pay double, man. And we're not gonna show no mercy on them, man. But this time it's gonna be righteous. This is gonna be righteous rulership. It won't be wicked rulership. It won't be just us doing it for no reason, man. We're gonna be doing whatever they have done to us. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is giving us the power to do the duty after Yahushai destroys them. Okay, we're gonna bring them into their land. And let me get that. We're gonna bring them into their land. Not into their land. We're gonna bring them into the kingdom, man. Yeah. They're gonna get an escort from the children of Israel. Get Isaiah. It says, and the people, Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, so the Most High will grant us, power over the heathen, man. He will give us the power over the heathen, in that day, man. So what's going to happen ultimately is, these heathens, man, they're going to listen, man. They're going to be obedient, or they're going to get foot off in their ass, man. Okay, for destroying our people, they're going to get the sentence times 2. Okay, and we're going to be kings and priests over these heathens, man. Okay, it's going to be a lot of people, getting, because these people are disobedient, man. But in the kingdom, they're gonna listen, man. They're gonna be obedient. They're gonna understand, that they're gonna be under subjection. They'll have an understanding, and they'll know it's not a game. So let me get Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 11. And this is their destruction, man. It says in Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 11, for I am with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. Okay, so the Most High he's gonna gather all of the nations, and he's gonna, because we're scattered amongst all these nations, he's gonna get his lost sheep. Okay, so throughout all these nations, each and every one of them are not, heathen, man. We're scattered in the midst of them, because we intermingle with them, man. So the Most High he's gonna destroy the nations, and he's gonna get the people, that are the children of Israel out of that nation, out of all the nations. And after that, man, he's gonna purge out the rebels, man, and he's gonna destroy, the heathen, and destroy also the 2/3 out of the children of Israel. But he's not gonna forsake them, and I'm gonna go back and prove that. In this verse again, it says, though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee. So for people, brothers that's in Israel that's saying 2/3 are not going to come back, stop dealing with them camps, man, because they don't have the 100% truth, man. A lot of people speak, contrary to what the scripture says. The scripture tells us that all of Israel shall be saved, and a lot of false prophets are pushing a different narrative. A narrative that's of their own. And if they doing that, it's because there is no light in them, man. And the Most High ain't dealing with them, man. So watch out for these false prophets, dressed in sheep clothing. They got fringes on, man. They're saying they obeying the scripture because they don't have the 100% truth, man. They're the forger of lies, man. Okay, so these nations, man, they're gonna go into captivity, and eventually they're gonna go into their own land. Okay, but it's playing upon tables, man, that the Most High is gonna save his people. Zechariah chapter 12. Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 9. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And every nation, man, has come against Jerusalem. Moab, the Ammonites, the Philistines, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Hamites, and many more nations, man. They come, and mocked us. They've destroyed us, man. And we are the apple of the Most High's eye. So what they got in hand is destruction, man. The Most High didn't forsake us, man. So they got destruction coming to them, man. And they're gonna be slaves, man. It's gonna happen, man. It's just a matter of time, and we're getting closer and closer to that day that they're gonna get back, man. They despise us, they laugh at us, they call us bywords, they oppress us, man, and they don't give us our fair share. Okay, they underpay us, and we gonna give them that same thing that they asking for, man. They give us back shit, so we're gonna give them back shit, man. Okay, so let's move over to let's get Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 14. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, against all my evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit, behold, I will pluck them out of their land and pluck out the house of Judah among them. And it shall come to pass after that I have plucked out them, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage and every man to his land." Okay, so that's how it's gonna be, man. That's how these nations are gonna end up in different places in the kingdom, man. Because it says, "And it shall come to pass after I have plucked them out, I will return them." Okay, so he's gonna destroy them and he's gonna bring them back into their land, man. Okay, and that's gonna be the judgment, man. These nations, man, have dealt treacherously with us, man. They had no mercy, They broke our backs, man. So that's why they're going through judgment, And they don't understand judgment, man. So don't even bother with them, man. A lot of them want to know. You can show them their judgment, but they're not gonna believe you. I mean, if they do, they possibly gonna be a good slave in the kingdom. But a lot of them, they just don't understand it, man. They think you hateful, man. But we are doing, what Yahweh Shai is gonna ask of us to do. Okay, this is not our judgment. The Most High has made this judgment. Okay, we just delivered a message. Okay, it's Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Okay, so these nations, man, they're gonna they're gonna get a rude awakening, man. Okay, they're gonna get a rude awakening, in that day, man, because a lot of these heathens, man, they don't have the faith, the wisdom, or the understanding, man. So they're gonna be caught off guard like the 2/3, man. They're not gonna know what the hell is happening, man. It's gonna be a stink, man, in the air, man. There's gonna be a lot of lives lost, man. There's gonna be a lot of people out here destroyed, man. We're gonna be stepping over bodies, Lord willing, in that day, man, that we survive, the sword, the famine, and even Leviathan, man. When Leviathan, is released and starts raising hell, man, destroying, this kingdom, man, knocking buildings over, destroying all of the infrastructure in Babylon, Lord willing, we still make it beyond the plagues, in our faith, man, and our knowledge and understanding. Lord willing, we keep pushing. Okay, and that's why we study these scriptures so heavy. That's why we in this thing so diligently, man. Because we don't want to fall out of this, man. This is going to be the knowledge and the stability of our times. This book, man. We meditate day in and day out. There shouldn't be a day that goes by that you shouldn't be meditating in these scriptures, man. Okay, so let me get Job chapter 24 and verse 24. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other, and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. And if it be not so now, who will make me a liar and make my speech nothing worth? Okay, so the Most High is the truth, man. He's not about to say these people are going to be destroyed and they don't be destroyed, man. So if anybody is pushing a different doctrine, man, just don't even deal with them, man. Don't even watch them. Don't even listen to them, man. Cut them off, because that's just confusion, man. It's just wickedness, man. Okay, each prophecy that goes by is good news for us and bad news for the heathen, man. Because closer they get, the less value their goods are worth, man. Eventually the gold, the silver, the money, the Bitcoin, none of that's gonna matter, man. None of that's gonna save you, man. In the day of the Lord, man. The gold ain't gonna be worth nothing. The merchants are gonna be mourning, and let me get that. The merchants are gonna be sad, man. They're not gonna know what's going on, man. They're gonna be working, busting their ass working, and they ain't gonna be getting nothing in return, man. It's gonna be that kind of. It's gonna be the situation where, where they gonna sit back, man, and scratching their head. What's going on? I'm out here, doing this and doing that, and and it's nothing's coming back to me. I'm not getting my profit. Nobody's buying my goods. And so Revelation chapter 18 and verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of the most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, the great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearl. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by the sea, stood afar, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Okay? So all the people that love this world, man, all these heathens, man, they're going to be scratching their head and crying, man. They're not going to understand the judgment, man, because they don't understand judgment. They don't understand these scriptures, man, you know? But we're going to be glad, man. You know, we're gonna be glad that all these abominations are gonna pass away. You know, we're gonna be glad that death and hell and wickedness, sodomy, murder, and all the different, wickedness that vexes our spirit, man. We're gonna be glad that that phase is faded out, man. Okay, and we're gonna be glad to pay her double, man. Okay, it's gonna be a blessing, man. And the Most High gives us that, that blessing to make it through all these things that have to come to pass, But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Shalom.